All right, this is a speed ramping retiming update for the brand new release August 7th, 2025 Davinci Resolve 20.1. If you've been upset about missing the retime curve, it's back. And there's some really good things, but there's also a big glitch. But this is just an update. I'm also going to do a full tutorial for beginners and intermediate people who have never done speed ramping, but let me just get you updated. I've got a little clip here, and I'm going to just do a quick speed ramp with it. I'm going to use some shortcuts to open up retime controls. I'm going to use a shortcut to add a speed point. I'm going to come over here and add another speed point, and you can see here on my clip that I've got my speed points, and I can speed it up that way. But also now you can see down below the curve that a lot of you love is now back. How do you get to that? Very simply, just underneath your play controls on the left side, there's a keyframes panel. Click that. That opens things up underneath the clip. Down here where it says parameters, there are two buttons. One of them lets you decide what you're going to see and what you're not going to see. And right there next to this retime speed there, you'll see there's a little curve. You can turn that on or turn it off. When I go to the next panel, the keyframe curves panel, watch as I turn that on or off, it disappears. So if you're missing your curve, missing this panel, make sure you turn that on down below. Now, you used to be able to grab these points and change the location of your speed point. You still can. You used to be able to grab the top of this line and change the speed, slow it down or speed it up. You still can. If you would like to add a ramp to your speed ramp, you can highlight those two buttons. By the way, these buttons are now bigger than they used to be. Right click anywhere, and this little bar will come up, and there's your ease in and ease out. And from there, now you can adjust these any way you want. And if you want to adjust one side only, hold Shift and Control or Shift and Command, and that allows you to do them independently. There still is no Bezier. You can't go up or down or change the type of curve, but you certainly can put the curves on there. If you want to get rid of that speed ramp, you can highlight those again, right click and click this left button, which is linear. The other buttons won't work with the speed ramping. That's a ease in, ease out, but they work with other keyframes. So if you want to change the speed, you can do it up here. You want to move the keyframe, you can do it at the bottom click. You want to move the keyframe, you click your speed point down here and you can move that. And the little panel automatically changes itself. Now there is a massive mistake or glitch with this, and it's going to drive you some crazy. I've already reported it. I'm sure it will get fixed, but you're going to hate it for now. And let me explain why that is. It's hard to grab this bar to change the speed, and let me explain why so it won't drive you crazy. I'm going to go above that bar, and I'm going to click the timeline. And as I click it, you notice the, what's it called? I forgot what it's called. The little status bar keeps moving. Now, if I come below that line and click, nothing happens. When you go to click this blue bar, you have to be really careful to be super on the low side. It will grab the bar. If you're a little, just the tiniest bit high, it moves the playhead, but it doesn't grab the bar. So for the time being until they fix it, make sure just hover up and just barely get to it, and then you'll be able to change the speed. So once again, retime curve, if you right click on the clip, you won't find it there. It's not called that anymore. It's now keyframes panel, on and off. You can turn the curves on and off. You can pick what you want. By the way, the only thing I've changed on this clip is the speed, but over here by parameters, you can also say show all video parameters, and here's all the possible things. But of course, that's just going to clog things up. So I've got it set for display only parameters with keyframes. Turn the curve on and off. You can also move your speed points here, but it's really funky, so I would not recommend that. Here's how you do it. Grab the center dot, will allow you, center dot, allow you to move those keyframes earlier or later. But it's funky, it doesn't work. The other ones will mess you up, so it's better to just avoid that and just use this for the curves. So once again, I'm going to highlight those bad boys, right click, ease in, ease out. So that's the update. That's what's happening. In addition to that, some of you have now learned about this up at the top of the page, the new keyframe panel up here. This panel up here now is, I think, absolutely identical to what you have under the clip. It works the same way. It's got the same parameters, display parameters with keyframes. It's got the two little buttons. This up here is just identical, so you don't need it anymore. You can do pretty much everything down below. If you're using two monitors, you also can, this upper keyframe, you can click this little four-way dealy bob, click that, and that undocks it so you can just pull it over to your other monitor and make it as big as you want. So that's kind of a cool function. But this whole thing is not necessary now. If you don't want it anymore and you want to go back to the old way of doing it, that's your deal. So keyframe curves are back. And one last thing, you also can delete keyframes down here. Boom, boom, boom. You can see everything disappears down below. There is a keyboard shortcut now for advanced users. I had to program this, but I'm going to use Control left bracket key, and you can see that gives me one speed point. Once you have a speed point, you can go ahead and add your second speed point that way, or you can come down below and click on the blue line and Alt or Option click, and that will add a second speed point. What is the keyframe? You're going to want to know this, so let me show you, because it's confusing the way they've got it set up. I'm going to go to Keyboard Customization. You're going to search for, I think, Add Keyframe, and there's about 15 add keyframes in here, but you want to make sure as you find the keyframes, it's under Mark. Mark, Add Keyframe, and then this little box is going to be blank, and you can pick whatever you want. I personally chose Control left bracket key. Let me see. When you go to search for it, let me just get rid of that add, and you'll see over here like color key, add dynamic keyframe. That's not it. There's several other places where you can add a keyframe, add static keyframe, add keyframe, delete keyframe. I think there's another one or two in here, but anyhow, you want to make sure you're under Mark and it's add keyframe. That's the one you want. So when you're adding your shortcuts, that's the way to go. So here's one more time. Let me just reset this. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. I'm going to hit Control R. So for me, this is how easy it is. I hit Control R to open up the thing. I hit Control left bracket key to add a keyframe. I hit Control bracket key to add another keyframe. I drag this over. I highlight this. I right click. I smooth it out, and there's my speed ramp in 3 clicks very quickly and nice and smooth. So that's it. Check the comments below for the full tutorial for those of you who are beginners. It's not there yet, but it will be in a few days. Thanks for looking. I hope this helps.